And finally, there's a phrase which I really like, which is death by 1,000 cuts. Death by 1,000 cuts. And what this means, or what this refers to, is decision making and decision fatigue. So you've probably heard of that phrase before, decision fatigue. And it pretty much just means that every decision that we make fatigues our mind to the point that it kind of drains our brain. And so we have like 1,000 cuts, or apparently the data shows that we make 30,000 decisions a day. 30,000 tiny decisions. You wouldn't realize it, but genuinely you can, apparently that's what's average. 30,000 mini decisions that we make per day. And each one of those is slightly sapping your productivity. When you're constantly deciding what to do in your day, you're constantly deciding what to eat, when to eat, how to dress, and you don't have a simple minimalistic lifestyle, it really does drain in your work. It drains like your brain power. So there is one main principle of productivity that I'd like to teach you today, and no one's ever spoke about this before, and that is to just know that you have only a certain mental load, like brain capacity per day, so don't waste it. And what I've wrote here is, imagine it as brain points. Brain points. You have a certain number of brain points allocated to you per day. Don't waste them. So let's say you start off as 60 brain points per day. You've got 60 brain points. You get what I'm saying, right? Brain points or brain XP or mana bar, whatever you want to call it, right? Brain points, BP. You've got 60 BP per day. And pretty much everything you do drains that. Everything you do drains your brain points. So you wake up with 60, and the first thing you do is that you turn off your alarm. Actually, no, I'm sorry. You've got 60 per day. You get woken up by your alarm, and you've lost 10, maybe 20 straight away, because of the fact that you woke up unnaturally. You woke up to an alarm clock instead of just like your actual like natural wake up time. So you've got 40 left. And by the way, this is what you use to actually get work done, right? So you've only got 40 left, right? So you're actually at this point, you're like, you deserve to be the special kid who's got like a helmet on. You've got 40 brain points left for the day. It's not doing good. And then the first thing you do after you turn off the alarm, you go through your phone a little bit. Quickly, just, important messages and, notifications. And literally every second that you're on your phone, or every, 30 seconds that you're on your phone, you're losing a few points. So you started with 60, but then you woke up unnaturally, which, you got to take the L with, because it's kind of hard to wake up naturally that early for work or whatever. You check your phone a little bit, okay, now you're on 30. Then you maybe go to the toilet, you're still listening to your phone, you check your phone one more time, you're on 28. You indulge in some like deep thoughts that are kind of irrelevant to your work and your productivity, you're on 25. You decide what to wear, you've got 24 brain points left. You're trying to decide what to do right now. That takes quite a lot. That's a big decision. Okay, what should you spend the next few hours doing? Well, you just lost like a 7, so you've got 17 brain points left. Okay, you know what task it is, so that that big task that you want to do that requires 80 brain points, that feels a little bit too daunting. And now we've quantified it. The big task that you want to do per day is like 80 brain points. You've only got 17. And so this is probably why you feel like you can't really do it. So, I don't really feel like it. Maybe I'll do it later. So what's the thing that you can do? Check some messages. Check your emails. Oh, Discord notification. Bing, 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 bing. Okay, you've got 12 brain points left. Oh yeah, I know. I'll have some breakfast and then I'll do it afterwards. So, what should I eat for breakfast? What should I eat? 10 left. You see what I'm getting at? You have a certain number of brain points that you start with every day. Big tasks, let's say you take 40, 80, 100, 200. Sometimes there's such a big task that you can't do it in one day. You've experienced this before, right? So whatever you start with, you've got to understand that like a lot of things drain your brain points. But in the end, the only thing that will actually move your life forward in the realm of work is the big important tasks that you've got to conserve your brain points for. And this is the general theme of productivity that I don't think anyone's ever explained it as like in this way. We just want to reserve our brain points for the important tasks. We don't want to lose 5 brain points in the morning by like replying to people when, you know, you could have waited like an hour. We don't want to lose another few brain points every single day, 3 times a day, thinking about what to eat, thinking about when to eat, thinking about what to wear. Just wear a bathrobe every day. Boom. You've just saved like 3 brain points every single day for the rest of your life. You know, most like there's a funny Andrew Tate video where he says like you're too broke to cook. And like, you know, that seemed to have woken people up.